What is going on, family? So we're gonna talk really quick. I don't want to make this video too long because I'm driving, and yeah, I'm headed to meet up a business partner of mine. But guys, I got a question. People have asked me, is retail arbitrage like? What is the best things to sell right now in 2020? I mean, it still is, always has been, in my opinion. One way that you can make a ton of money is selling used electronics, guys, okay? Used electronics or just used items overall. There was times I even found new items and I listed them as new. Listed them as used. It was just a tactic of mine. Hold on, guys. I am flying and there's cars coming. Ooh-wee. All right, yeah, so used electronics are really good to sell because they're not gonna have a lot of restrictions there, and you can make a really nice profit. They have really nice profit margins, okay? So used electronics, I love them. Where do you typically find these? Goodwills, you know, that's one of my favorites, the Goodwill. But also pawn shops, guys. You're gonna find a lot of nice used electronics at pawn shops and thrift shops. You're gonna find these really nice gold mines at these shops. You'll also find some good electronics at places like the Burlington and what else? Where else? There was another one. I forget what the name of it is. I forget what the name of it is right now off the top of my head, but look for used electronics, guys. You'll make a killing right now in 2020 selling used electronics on Amazon FBA, okay? And another little I can't talk right now. That is another little tip, is selling used items on Amazon is awesome, you know, because then you get to like list them and put the details about what it is you're selling. So like you can actually put in the description you know, that this is what you should expect, this is what the condition is, and you know, so you're already putting that out in the open when you're selling used items on Amazon. So used items are really cool. All right, now with that being said, you have to weigh out the fact that you make sure that you're listing these used items correctly, you know, in what conditions they are, and make sure that everything that you have with that item is there. Meaning, like, don't say it comes, don't point out if it's missing like a remote control, or if it's missing a battery or whatever, but it needs that, you know, in the new version comes with all these things, but the used item that you have doesn't have all the you know, it doesn't have all the accessories to it. So you got to make sure you list that, because you don't want returns. All right, you don't want a lot of returns. But yeah, that was a question I got actually this morning in my DMs. They said, you know, Lavar, you know, what should I sell on Amazon? You know, what should I look for? You got any tips on what I should look for? And that is my tip. I would say definitely look into the used electronics, or just used items in general. You know, you probably have some things around your house right now that you could list on Amazon as used. And the thing is, when you're doing used items, it is a little bit more work, because while you're in the stores, used items typically don't have a box and when that happens, you have to you know, look up the item on Amazon through SKU. You got to look it up through SKU or the serial number, right? You can literally type in the serial number into the app and it will pop up the item. Sometimes you can look it up through you know, obviously the name of the item and just matching it up with the item you're selling. So yeah, it's just a little bit longer. It's a little bit long of a process. That's why you never really see me source the used items on video, because it's kind of tricky, because you gotta like do a lot of moving around. I have to I would be filming and then trying to look up the serial number, so it's really tough to do that with one hand while you're trying to film. So you guys really never see me sourcing all the used electronics, but I made a ton of money definitely selling used electronics. Okay guys, so Yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. It's just I got that question, and there it is. I'm trying to think about if there's anything that I missed. Let me think. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna edit this. This is why I've been shooting on my cell phone, because I can literally just film it and just upload it right from my cell phone, no matter where I'm at. I can just literally upload it right to YouTube from here. Like if I'm in my car after I film this, I can press upload and it just uploads. But I just want to make sure I got all your questions answered. I think that's all it was. So yeah. To 2020, look for the used items. Don't be scared of used items. I made a ton of money off used items. Just list them correctly and definitely send them in correctly. So you gotta, when you're sending in a used item, guys, you're gonna need some tools, all right? And I have the list of tools. I'll put the list of tools below this video, which you're gonna need. But you're gonna need the bubble wrap. You're gonna need obviously a box. But you don't have to put all the items in a box. I mean, in its own box. You can put them all in one big box, okay? And then Amazon will actually box them for you when you send the items to Amazon. So, for example, if you have like 10 used cameras, right? Used electronics, 10 used cameras, you would have to bubble wrap those cameras, right? And then you will put those cameras, those bubble wrapped cameras, inside of a poly bag, and the poly bag has to have the warning label on them, saying like, you know, suffocation hazard for kids or whatnot. So you have to put those into a poly bag, and then you want them to be pretty tight. That's a little thing I ran into as well. You know, just to be it's better to be safe than sorry. So when you're sending in these items, you don't want it to be all loose. And I have an example of the way I pack the used item. I'm gonna see if I can find that video and post it down below the video, below this video. But you want it to be nice and tight, and then you put your label on top of the poly bag, okay? And that's it. You don't need a box. Once you put it in once you bubble wrap it, put it in the poly bag, and you put the label on the poly bag, and it's nice and tight, you just put that item that's in the poly bag, you put it in the box, and you do all your items like that. All 10 of your cameras, that was the example, all 10 of your cameras, you would do the exact same thing, and you would put them all into one big box, or whatever box Amazon, you know how Amazon tells you what items go into what box to ship. So you would just put them all into whatever box Amazon tells you to. You would send them to Amazon just like that. And when they get to Amazon's warehouse, what Amazon's gonna do is when somebody buys it, they're gonna take the individual product and they're gonna put it in its own box and send it to the customer. So you don't have to actually worry about that. That's not a big deal. All right, so yeah, that's how you do it. And yeah, it's peace and love, guys. So in 2020, best items to sell. I wouldn't say best items to sell, because obviously new items are amazing, but I titled this video best items to sell in 2020 because you can make a ton of money selling used electronics. It's one of the top items to sell, I would say, definitely top. But you know, arguably best items is really it's really just preference. So for me, it's definitely one of my best items to sell. So that's why I'm going to title this video that best items to sell in 2020 with retail arbitrage. There you have it, guys. It is peace and love. You already know. But look, I'm about to go back to Boston soon, and comment down below if you're still here. Comment down below, right, if you want me to just vlog while I'm out in Boston, because I might just show you what I do out there. I do a little bit of running around, and you know, we're making money out there, and there's a lot of movement going on in Boston. So yeah, I might just vlog, you know, a day in the life of me and my uncle. Yeah, we're running around in and out the city. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, let me know. DM me, comment down below, let me know what else you want, guys. It's peace and love. You already know. It's your boy Lavar, it's your brother. I'm here. For everybody that, yo, if you're still here, I love you. Check this out. If you have a YouTube and you're trying to do YouTube, reach out to me. If you're doing well with your retail arbitrage or any entrepreneur business that you have, reach out to me, okay? Because I'm going to start meeting all of my fam. You guys are fam, right? So I want to know if you're doing good. If you're doing good, I'll come out, we'll meet up, we'll vlog together. Just meet up to me, shout outs, okay? Just comment down below, all that good stuff. It's peace and love. I'm out of here until next one. I'm out. Peace.